2 plus 2 is 4, and here we have 2 plus 2, and that gives us 4 again, and 4 times 4 is 8, and 8 squared is 64. But this answer is wrong, and some people solve this problem differently. They start with the parentheses 2 plus 2, which gives us 4, and they just square this number, and 4 square is going to be the next equation, and 2 plus 2 gives us 4, and 4 times 4 square, which is 16, is again 64. But all of these answers are wrong, right? Because they don't follow the correct order of operation solving the problem. What does that mean? I'm going to explain that in just a second. So according to the order of operation, PEMDAS, I'm going to write it here. So P stands for parentheses, E stands for exponent, M and D stands for multiplication or division, A and S stand for addition and subtraction. So the thing is, first we have to solve parentheses in equation. So in any equation, if we see parentheses or brackets like this, or these fancy looking groups, we have to solve the groups or the parentheses first, right? So after we solve all the parentheses, after we deal with all the parentheses, only then we would be allowed to move into the second arithmetic, which is exponent. After solving exponent, exponents are powers. You see in mathematics like this. Here we have exponent like square, cube, etc. Right? So on the second priority, we have to solve them, and after we solve exponent, we are allowed to move to multiplication or division, and then finally we would allowed to move to addition and subtraction. So I kind of write the multiplication and the division and addition and subtraction kind of up and down. This is for a reason, because this multiplication and division have same priority, meaning if they appear in equation, we have to solve them left to right, so we have to solve whichever comes first. So that is why I wrote this way. So let's get back into our problem. Here, as you can see, the problem has three arithmetics, right? So the first is parentheses. Obviously we have parentheses here, and we have power, and we have addition. So according to the rule, first we have to solve inside the parentheses, right? So inside the parentheses, after the group, there is a square, which we squared the whole group, right? So keep that in mind. So 2 plus 2 inside the parentheses becomes 4, and the problem becomes 2 plus 2 parentheses squared. So since there is no any problem inside the parentheses, we can get rid of the parentheses, right? So we can rewrite the problem like 2 plus 2 times 4 the power of 2. So here we have a multiplication, right? So I added the multiplication because if a number is placed next to parentheses, that means multiplication, right? So keep this in mind, and you are going to get this right in the next video, right, in the next equation or in the next problem. So here we have exponent, multiplication, and addition. So which one should we solve first? Of course, the power, right? The exponent is going to be the next priority. So 4 raised to the power of 2 is going to be the next thing to solve, and that gives us 60, right? So the problem becomes 2 plus 2 times 60. And now we have to do the multiplication before the addition, right? So the multiplication becomes 2 times 6, which is 32, and the problem becomes 2 plus 32, and 2 plus 32 is obviously 34, and that is going to be the final answer. So the answer to this problem is 34.